The Adventures of Prince Hussein and Mermaid Naisa. In a place close to Egypt was the country of Kajistan. Kajistan was ruled by the then King Abraham. Abraham was a noble and righteous king. He was dedicated to ensure the welfare of his subjects. Abraham was happily married to his wife Silantra. Silantra was a beautiful wife who served her husband with utmost devotion. They were blessed with a boy, a young prince named Hussein, and a daughter, a young princess named Zara. As a young prince, Hussein mastered the skills of archery, horse riding, swimming, and sailing. Zara, on the other hand, was trained to be an expert cook. Every full moon night, King Abraham conducted a ceremony of sorts. Kings from the neighboring kingdoms participated in this ceremony. People of the kingdom celebrated this occasion with fervor and gaiety. There were huge processions where artisans exhibited their skills. Mouth-watering delicacies were served to mark the celebrations. On one such full moon night, the kingdom of Kyrgyzstan was engaged in the ceremonial event. Silantra, accompanied with Prince Hussein and Princess Zara, joined in the celebrations. Skilled artists from different corners of Kyrgyzstan presented themselves before King Abraham to display their talents. The magician Mustafa held the audiences spellbound with his performance. At first, magician Mustafa amused the royal family with small and petty tricks. Finally, he drew close to the finest act of all. The magician Mustafa invited Prince Hussein to come forward. Magician Mustafa captivated the audiences with his finery as he progressed from one act to another. Prince Hussein stepped forth innocently without the slightest idea of what his future held in store for him. The magician Mustafa asked Prince Hussein to enter a large tank of water. Hussein willingly agreed to magician Mustafa's request. As Prince Hussein entered the tank full of water, he was transposed to another world. Prince Hussein found himself in a large ocean surrounded by aquatic creatures of all sorts. There were fishes, whales, octopuses, sharks, squids, tortoise, and marine weed all around him. Prince Hussein struggled to find his way in the gigantic ocean. Just when Prince Hussein was ready to surrender himself to the underwater currents, he was gently nudged on his arm by a beautiful mermaid Nyasa. Nyasa was half human and half fish. Nyasa had golden locks, big beautiful blue eyes, and a slender body. The part of her body below the waist were like that of a goldfish. Mermaid Nyasa held Prince Hussein with her arms and gently led him to a castle. The castle was a huge monument made of wax. The castle was a huge white castle. Prince Hussein found comfort in Mermaid Nyasa's arms. Mermaid Nyasa explained to Prince Hussein that the magician Mustafa was none other than the evil king Jahanabad. Jahanabad wanted to see the king Abraham perish. The magic show was a means he had used to defeat the king. Since Jahanabad could not have destroyed the king through might, he decided to trick the noble king through this evil act. Mermaid Nyasa narrated to Prince Hussein how she too had been a victim of evil Jahanabad's cruel deeds in the past. Jahanabad had killed Nyasa's father, the late King Aftab. Nyasa pleaded Jahanabad not to kill her. Jahanabad took pity on Nyasa. Nyasa was transformed to a mermaid and was entrusted with the task of serving Jahanabad as his beautiful slave. Nyasa was subjected to various kinds of atrocities by the evil Jahanabad. Nyasa found that her only way out of Jahanabad's evil ways was to help a prince sail to a mystic island which was located beyond the seven seas. This island had a secret room with jaguars guarding entry to the room. Only a noble prince with stars on his forehead could slay the evil jaguars and find a golden box. In the golden box were 5 honeybees. To slay Jahanabad, the bees had to be killed without dropping even a single one of them in the box. Prince Hussein listened to the mermaid Nyasa with rapt attention. He followed every word of mermaid Nyasa's directions. Prince Hussein then inquired how he could rescue Nyasa from the clutches of evil Jahanabad. Nyasa then told him that after he had killed those bees as instructed, he should silently tread to a small garden located in the backyard of that room. In the garden were creepers of all sorts. To rescue Nyasa, Prince Hussein had to find a creeper with a green stem and smell the white flowers it produced. Mermaid Nyasa would regain her human form only after the prince did so. Prince Hussein was extremely exhausted and found great difficulty in locating the island. The thought of returning back to Kajistan and uniting with King Abraham, Queen Silantra and Sister Zara was the only thought that motivated him to continue somehow. Prince Hussein was grateful that Mermaid Nyasa had revealed him the path to his freedom. Deep down, Prince Hussein knew that he wanted to give human form to Mermaid Nyasa and take her along with him to be the future princess of Kajistan. After swimming in the water for several miles, Prince Hussein gradually emerged from the water to enter the island. The island was one of the most beautiful islands he had ever seen. The island had dense foliage and abundant flora and fauna. With utmost dexterity, Hussein gradually walked through a simple path to reach the secret room. As Nyasa had suggested, he found 4 mighty black jaguars guarding the room. Prince Hussein fought the black jaguars bravely. After a tough battle with the jaguars, Prince Hussein was wounded. The thought of the lovely Nyasa and his journey back home to Kajistan instilled courage in him and battled the injuries he had endured. Finally, after 7 days of continuous travel, Prince Hussein held the golden box Nyasa had described to him. As instructed by Mermaid Nyasa, he killed the 5 bees in it without dropping even one of them in the box. As the bees died, the evil Jahanabad was reduced to ashes. The evil Jahanabad succumbed to his evil deeds. Prince Hussein then followed Mermaid Nyasa's instruction to gradually reach the garden in the backyard of the room. After scanning through several creepers, he found the creeper with white flowers. He smelled the white flowers in it. As soon as Prince Hussein smelled the white flowers, Mermaid Nasa regained her human form. She was transformed to a young maiden with golden locks, big beautiful blue eyes, and a slender body. For a few minutes, Nasa marveled at her newfound human form. She realized that Prince Hussein had perhaps found the creeper in the garden with white flowers and inhaled its fragrance. Prince Hussein swam back to the castle and found Nyasa waiting for him longingly. On seeing the prince, Prince Hussein embraced Nyasa. Thus Prince Hussein rescued Nyasa from the evil clutches of Jahanabad. Prince Hussein, accompanied by the lovely Nyasa, gradually swam back to Kyrgyzstan. King Abraham and Queen Silentra rejoiced at the sight of their son, who was safe and sound. Prince Hussein narrated the story of how, with the help of Nyasa, they had been saved from the evil clutches of Jahanabad. The return of their dear Prince Hussein was celebrated in the kingdom of Kyrgyzstan with a lot of pomp. Nyasa was married to Prince Hussein to become the future princess of Kyrgyzstan. The royal family, including King Abraham, Queen Silentra, and Princess Zara, celebrated the return of their son Prince Hussein and daughter-in-law Princess Nyasa.